Hello, my name is Sarthak Ahuja. I'm a practicing chartered accountant, and today I will be talking about how content creation fits into my everyday life of work. How much time do I devote to content creation? How it has pushed me to become a better person, and how it possibly doesn't impact my everyday full time job, or possibly does, but in a positive way. So, first, to give you some background, I am a chartered accountant by practice. I practice in Gurgaon. I work in a firm where we are about four chartered accountants, and in addition to it, we have roughly 20 to 25 staff members. So, it's a team of about 30 people. We work in areas of tax advisory, audits, accounts outsourcing. We also help startups raise funds, which is specifically a vertical that I take care of. So I take care of the vertical of small and medium enterprises consulting, as well as startup fundraising, helping build financial models, valuations, so on and so forth. So I did my education in chartered accountancy, company secretary, cost accounting. I also went to ISB for my MBA, after which I chose not to sit for placements, and I kind of wanted to develop something of my own. And realizing that all the big companies of the world can actually afford the McKinseys and the BCGs for consulting. However, there's a big space in the market of small and medium businesses who require business consultants, but for which they go to their own CAs or chartered accountants. And in a lot of cases, maybe the CAs are not skilled enough to offer business consulting advice. They're experts in tax, accounts, and audit, but there are several other skills required for business where a CA or a business consultant is needed to help businesses solve problems. This was the white space I wanted to work in, and I'd been working in it for about 3 years, at which point in the beginning of 2021, I realized that the only way to scale this and probably be able to add value to business owners, not just in Delhi NCR where we currently function, but to the whole of India and possibly other places in the world as well, would be to record advice or frameworks that I help my existing clients with and put it out on social media channels so that other business owners across the world can start seeing this content and put it to use in their own businesses. I also realized that some friends asked me that you actually get paid for this, so why are you giving out this information for free? But I feel that sense of pride in being able to add value to other people. So I think money is kind of like a byproduct of creating value, which is why in February 2021 I started creating content, and I needed a sustainable system or a process to generate and push out content on an everyday basis. So how do I go about doing it? Because I have a job which starts at roughly about 10 o'clock and goes on till 8, 9, 10 at times. So it's a very demanding job. I'm normally working 11 to 12 hours a day. So what I decided, every morning at 9 o'clock, after I get up, I'm ready. I've had my breakfast. I walk down to my office, which is another floor in the same building. So my total commute time is only 7 seconds, at the risk of running down and falling the flight of stairs down to the basement. This is my office space. This is the cabin out of which I work. I come down at about 9 o'clock and I start recording a video. Now, the idea of the video is that it should be less than 1 minute, because my primary platform on which I post is Instagram. So the idea is to create a reel. The content is less than 1 minute, so it has to fit between within 59 seconds. I put my camera, the selfie camera of my phone I use in iPhone 11. I've put it on this ring light and I start talking. After I've recorded it without editing it one bit, so my recording finishes in about 1 or 2 takes, so it doesn't take over 5 minutes in total, including the setup time. After that, I've got basic description or caption written on WhatsApp in my notes, which I copy paste, and along with it I post it on Instagram. I also add captions on the video using the Instagram caption sticker, and I download that video from Instagram, and then I go ahead and post it on LinkedIn with the same description and caption. So the same video I'm using now on a secondary platform as well. This entire creation and posting cycle on Instagram and LinkedIn takes me no more than a total of 20 minutes. Once I'm done, roughly at about 10 o'clock, I start off with my daily work. So between 10 to 1:32 is when I try and spend maximum time doing work by myself that I need to work on, which includes reviewing a lot of my team's work, giving them feedback, doing my own desk work, and finishing it off. About after lunch at 3 o'clock, my client meetings begin. So my client meetings can be physical. Um, After COVID, a lot of it has been online. There are also audio video meetings on Zoom and Google Meet. Apart from that, there are also meetings which they may be on platforms like Google Meet or Zoom, but they can only be audio because I don't need to share my screen, or I don't necessarily need to be at my desk. So within my meeting time from roughly about 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, in those 4 hours, I try and keep at least 2 hours worth of meetings or calls, which I can take as walking meetings. So what I do is I plug in my earphones, I'm on the call, and I go out to a park in my colony, which is fairly silent, and I walk around while doing that call. My focus every day is to complete 12,000 steps daily. I used to actively go to the gym and work out before COVID struck, but because after gyms shut down, I thought again walking could be a sustainable part of my daily exercise. So I focus on doing 12,000 steps every day. I do that during my calls. Once I'm done in the evening, about 7:30, 8 o'clock, I go up, I have my dinner, I spend time with my wife. Also, during this period, after I've done posting my video in the morning on Instagram and LinkedIn, I pass on the video to my wife, who quickly creates a YouTube thumbnail and also posts the same video in the format as you can see right now on YouTube as well. She puts necessary tags, and that's the third platform on which the same content is going. There's also a fourth platform we've started working on right now, which is Spotify. So what we do is we extract the audio from the video. This is something my wife and my partner Aditi does, who's a marketing consultant. So she, apart from working on all her marketing assignments through the day, she extracts the audio from my video, converts it into a podcast episode, and puts it on our podcast, which is called the Niam podcast. She also does a lot of interesting business stories, which are again about 4 to 5 minutes long, that she records and talks about and puts across on the podcast. So if you see my 10-15 minute content creation journey, which starts in the morning at about 9 and gets done by 9:30, gets posted on Instagram, gets posted on LinkedIn, gets posted on YouTube, and also goes out in the form of a podcast. In the night, after I'm done with dinner, after I've spent time with family, roughly at around 11 o'clock, I start reading, or I start watching some video which will give me learning on topics of my interest and on which I create content, which is personal finance, which is investing, which is corporate finance, which is startup fundraising, which is business consulting in finance, operations, and marketing. These are the kind of topics I mostly read about or I watch videos on. So I really like watching videos of Professor Ashwath Damodaran, who's the professor of finance at NYU. I also like watching videos at times of Dr. Vivek Bindra, who I feel really inspired by. So our style of talking and creating videos are very different, but I think he's created out of his online persona of giving business consulting advice to tier 2, tier 3 cities residents. I think it's amazing and is very inspiring. So I consume content, I read related to business, related to finance, and in 2 hours of reading, I extract that 60-second crux which I would want to deliver the following morning, and I write down those points or that copy, as they say, on a WhatsApp note to myself, which I use the following morning at 9 o'clock to come down to my office and record it again for people to see. People have also given me advice that I should probably try and record 6 or 7 videos in one go, as they call it, batch processing, and then using a scheduler, just post it out every day, which I understand is a good exercise, which will save me a lot of time and effort. However, the reason I choose to do this every single day is because I have now been doing this for 9 months every single day, and I do it more out of developing a habit out of it. Um, it has helped me and pushed me to read every single day. It has helped me to add value to my own knowledge base every single day, which is something I want to do. I don't want to be doing heavy amount of reading, um, you know, intermittently and then creating content and batching it out. But I have to ensure every day I read for minimum 1 hour, which is where this system helps in. Apart from this, what I really do is during the day when I try and find time, I read a lot of articles and content online, and I also have a newsletter called the Sunday Snippet, which has about 11-12,000 recipients. It goes out to everyone who's ever been a part of the PGP course at ISB and a few of my other friends who like reading, where I curate 3 of my favorite articles that I've read during the week anywhere online. So these articles could range from literature to art to culture to food to business to self development to finance, anything which I think a broader audience, regardless of which function or profile you work in, you could enjoy reading. So every Sunday morning, so these articles, the top 3 that I've liked during the week, I collate them in an email body, and every Sunday morning that goes out to everyone. So that's another system I have to ensure I'm reading on a daily basis. This is my regular day. I'm not an early riser because I'm mostly studying till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I wake up around 8 o'clock, which is something I possibly need to improve on. But yes, this is how my daily routine goes. I really, really enjoy my work. I don't think content creation for me is a full-time job. It's just my way of adding value to people who watch my videos, and when they like it, when they feel that they've really gained something out of it, I feel thrilled. I feel more motivated to go out and create more content on a daily basis. And how this journey in the past 9 months has really helped me in my business is by reading so much. I feel I've been able to give better insights to my clients on how to improve their business processes, how to improve their business functions, which again gives me great fulfillment and possibly helps me do my everyday job much, much better. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. This is at least 1400 times the normal length, or no, 14 times the length of my normal video. I hope you like it. Share it with someone who may need it.